What's up guys, Rich Duper Bash. I'm out here with my 7th scale ARRMA Fireteam 6S again. It's been a couple weeks since I've had this beast out. This has definitely become my favorite RTR of all time. This thing's just a complete beast, even bone stock out of the box. Still running the stock Spectrum electronics. Got a 16-tooth Robinson Racing hardened steel pinion. Huge shout out to Mitch and every looper with M2C Racing, as well as Kimberly with Basherqueen. Slowly upgrading this rig, guys. I've just added some carbon fiber and some really nice M2C parts. So you guys might remember from my last video, I went ahead and I widened this sucker probably about an inch. Essentially, I just swapped on an old set of Creighton hubs and stub axles. I had also added the plus 5mm universal M2C hexes. You'll notice I've got the stock tires in front, and I went ahead and put some paddles on in the back. These are just 3.8 Traxxas paddles. I bought these some time ago. They were just kind of sitting around. I was using them in the snow before, but today I'm going to go ahead and give these a little rip in the sand. You'll notice the offset of these wheels is probably at least a ½ inch. Definitely sits wider in the rear than it does in the front. Just came out here for a raw terrain bash. I want to see how these tires do. You do kind of have to watch your temps when you're running paddles. They just tend to add a little bit more load on your motor, etc. So the truck in stock form did absolutely amazing, guys. I was blown away by the durability. So much trick engineering went into this truck, guys. The bumpers are absolute beefcake. This truck just takes an absolute pounding. So far, the body and cage are holding up excellent as well. I never actually snapped the stock chassis braces. I did notice, though, that I had busted the plastic tabs on both the front and in the rear. Other than that, the only breakages I've had were my own fault. Basically came down sideways. I ended up breaking a front link as well as a rear toe link, which is no big deal. You guys will see I'm still running the stock chassis. Overall, it's actually done really well. Do have a little bit of bow in the back. I've had an M2C Racing chassis in the garage for a while. I'll probably swap this out eventually. I decided not to wait for the braces to break, and I went ahead and put on these beautiful M2C Racing ones here. Also put on the M2C Racing upper hinge pin mount. Definitely took some grams off the truck. Big shout out again to Kimberly with Basherqueen. Absolutely beautiful carbon fiber towers front and rear. The fitment was absolutely perfect as always. Again, her towers are already milled out for 4mm, so I went ahead and put on the M2C Racing hardened shock standoffs. Mitch went through a few revisions on these standoffs, and these are a one-piece design, absolutely brilliant. Never have any issues with these coming loose. Also have the carbon fiber top brace. This thing's been a beast on my Orange Darling. Again, she uses the Hot Racing metal rod ends. You'll see I dropped in her heavy-duty carbon fiber top plate, as well as her servo mount. Also put on her steering rack or ARRMA plate. Also installed her Pure Force servo saver. This allows you to customize the tension and then lock it down with a little screw at the bottom. Again, the servo saver kit comes with some spacers, comes with a heavy duty spring and some butter smooth bearings. Still have her ESC mount to swap on. I'm gonna wait until I upgrade this thing to a Max 6, and I'll probably drop in my old favorite 4092. Big thanks for these universal mud guards. These will fit all the 6S rigs. Also planning to upgrade eventually to these beautiful 7075 bulkheads. I just figure I'll run my stock ones until they fail. Really just came out here to peace out, guys, basically rip around, see how these tires do, and kick up a little sand. Oh, I'm losing it with the sand roost. guys. It's a lot of fun throwing the sand around, that's for sure. Just gonna do a quick check on the temps, guys. I noticed the rear of my body's starting to lift up, so it looks like one of these washers pulled off on the back. Definitely gonna have to put some zip ties, do a little bit of reinforcing. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. My motor's up to like almost 170. In ESC, I just got a 140. Definitely the hottest I've ever got this system. All in all, I found the Spectrum stuff is super efficient. Again, I do have a 16-tooth pinion. And again, running these paddles, anytime you're in soft sand, you're essentially scooping it up big time, and it just puts way more load on your electronics. Guys, huge shout out to Kimberly with Basherqueen for the absolutely phenomenal parts, and to Mitch and Avery Looper as always with M2C Racing. Oh. This thing takes a beating, guys.